The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shaggy McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'm playing Jacqueline Duran of Clan Venture.
I'm so used to a buffer person. I'm Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
I'm Urin, and I'm playing Roscoe Acres, Clan Tremere.
I'm Timber Brad 411, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hekata.
And obviously, as you could tell tonight, Isabella's not here. And it's thrown the whole table off already.
We're a little punchy.
Yeah, it's totally understandable. Who knows what she's doing? She may be off with a lupine tonight. Taking a walk on the wild
girl.
side. We'll have to find out. So, yeah, when we were last with this group of kindred, this coterie here, they went on and took on Duncan McTavish. And they were victorious, but there were casualties. In particular, the only one that anyone in this coterie really cared about was the fact Tyrus went down, thus fulfilling the prophecy told to him quite a while ago. And, of course, also they found out at the end, someone had a drone in the air videoing this fight. I'm sure that won't come back to bite him at any point in this chronicle. But as we start off tonight, we're actually starting off, it's the next night, because Jackie and Dredd had told her that he would be by to see her. So as we're going to open up in Jackie's haven as Dredd has arrived. And when he comes in, he still has the yellow eyes and the long wolf fangs. Because it's only been one night. It's not long enough for the frenzies to marks to pass. But when he comes in, he looks a little bit, how can I describe it? He looks a little bit more unkept than usual.
Jackie walks up to him.
Hey, Been a rough night.
What has happened?
I let the gang know. And, yeah.
Come, let's sit and talk.
And he comes and sits down in the chair. Nitro, she's still not taking it well. The rest of the gang got hit pretty hard, too. And discussions are going on now what we're going to do. I'm nominally in charge for now,
Right.
but I don't know. I don't even know if there's going to be a wolf pack anymore after this, not without Tyrus. He was the one we kind of formed around, so it's going to be a tough couple of nights, I guess.
I understand. I do have some bad news for you.
Okay. Can't be any worse than what we got.
Actually, it can. There was a drone filming last night.
Do we know whose it is?
Maxwell.
Of course it was. I wonder what he's going to do with that.
I'm not sure, but I know what the consequence is going to be.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to do with it, too.
What do you think he's going to do with it?
Show it to the Anarchs. How upset are they going to be when they see you and your friends killing one of theirs?
Yeah, I have feelings Maxwell hoped that we would perish.
And knowing him,
Considering I was the one that incited the war in Southside.
for him, it's a win-win situation.
Of course. But that's okay. In due time, I will destroy him.
I wouldn't be going near Anarch territory anytime soon.
No, not Danox. I'll destroy Maxwell.
I'm just letting you know. If he shows that to Anita and some of the others.
Oh, I'm done dealing with Anox. The last time I was there, Anita was a piece of shit.
You mean she's not always a piece of shit?
No, she had prior been very pleasant.
My dealings with Anarchs probably aren't the same as yours.
No.
Every time I go near him.
Funny how a title rubs them the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, funny how if you bashed in a few heads,
That too.
the rest hold it against you, which goes back to fully expect him to show that video too. The Anarchs.
Well, if they want to get froggy, they can jump.
I fully expect them to try to claim that you broke the traditions.
Yes, well, Dawn Akata says I don't have to worry about that.
Even without Dawn Akata. The wolf pack was there.
I had the wolf pack with me as well. Double insurance.
Yeah, but don't think they won't try.
Oh, I know they'll try, but they will fall flat on their ass.
It's going to add all kinds of problems. Problems I don't have the time to deal with right now. I've got to get our house in order. Especially once the word hits the street that the old wolf is gone.
I have a dilemma. You know my role. You know my job.
Mm-hmm.
Do I delay that information?
Gonna come out anyway if he's got video. It's a question of whether you want to get it seen looking like you're withholding the info.
True.
I mean, if it's going to get out, it's going to get out. Don't put yourself in a bind trying to cover our reputation and cover for us. What happens, happens with us.
Darling, if you fell, the world would burn.
We existed before we were Archons. We'll exist after we're Archons. Don't sacrifice yourself to protect that.
Not. My current job is soon to be over.
It's funny you say that. So is ours, probably. You know, it's tough to deal with. I'd resign myself to him, either being torpid or killed anytime. It's rough for Nitro.
She's young.
It wasn't even that long since she lost her brother. Now she sees this.
I understand she's young. Eventually, if she survives, she'll be old enough to have lost so much that after a period of mourning, she can rejoin the world.
You know, that's not, I mean, it's right, but it's not right. We shouldn't have to deal with that like that. It is what it is, but it gets old after so many centuries, losing good people. I know you and Kyrus had your differences, but
I did not hate him.
he wasn't a bad guy.
No, he wasn't.
He was
He and I
old.
just couldn't get along.
He was just old. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I know.
Well said.
I respected him, but I could not get along with him.
I'm going to try to keep an eye on Nitro.
Okay.
She can't let go of the fact that it was your friend's ghost that caused it. Can't trust her not to try to get some vengeance. We'll have to keep her on a leash.
As I said last night, I do not wish to hurt her.
I don't want her to have misplaced views.
It was not something that Nicholas commanded the spirit to do.
It's not something Nicholas could have changed.
No, it's not.
When Kyra showed up, it was over at that point. He made his decision. You know? Is what it is. Just another good person gone, that's all. Somehow I'm always the one that keeps going along, you know?
I relate to that far too well. We are the ones that endure.
Yeah, how the hell do you deal with it?
I sequester myself when I am not fit for society consumption. I'm not going to say it doesn't get to me, it does. When I lost Nolan, well, needless to say. But ultimately, I have lost many. Lovers, children, family. No, I just have to put one foot in front of the other. Keep going.
And if the wolf pack falls apart, just find another pack. Always do.
You will always have a place with me if you want it.
Yeah. Nice you say that. We'll see how that goes, because I have a feeling there's going to be some heat coming off this one that might not be good to be around me. As soon as that title drops, you know damn well. Some old scores people are going to want to settle.
Understand. This is one of the most secure locations in the city.
If it comes to it, I'll come by. It's awful hard to get me anyway.
Exactly.
When a gangrel says they're going to go to ground, they don't mean figuratively.
I know.
You generally just disappear for a few days. I can't stay long. I've got to get back out there. Like I said, I got to watch Nadine. Good old Nitro. She's still a bit raw. The last thing we need is her rolling up on your buddy there, giving him the wrong end of a shotgun. I do like where you put the picture, though.
I thought you would.
Yeah.
I do love it.
I'm getting emotional in my old age. Next thing you know, I'll be screaming at people to get off my lawn. Quit riding skateboards in the park. I heard that's a thing.
Well, I actually have a meeting with Dawn later this evening, but I won't keep you.
Enjoy that one.
Oh, I will. It'll be very fun when I tell her that, we did as she requested. We took down Duncan with the assistance of the wolf pack. She will be beside herself.
Yeah.
Because she was so hoping to get him before Tyrus could.
Well, when she finds out Tyrus is gone, I expect her to be spearheading that charge. To have us removed.
I don't report to her.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
I will send a message to Juliet.
Yep. I don't know what good she can do. It's above all our levels.
It's above my pay grade. I just have to inform her.
Yeah. I'm going to take care of yourself.
Always.
Watch out for the anarchs.
Always.
Only one I don't think is going to be that pissed off is Genghis. Him and Duncan had a thing. I think both of them were trying to be the biggest swinging dick in the area.
Well, let's see. In the past few weeks, they have lost Duncan and Balthazar.
Yeah, they... It's almost like there's a war waged on their assholes.
Indeed.
At this rate, we're gonna run out of assholes to get killed and gonna have to, I guess, pop off the rest of them too.
Oh, I'm sure they'll import a few.
I'm sure. That's the problem. Never seems to be a shortage of anarchs.
Children rebelling against their parents.
Yeah. Then with no idea what they want to put in its place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, let me get back into Nitro before she loses her shit. I'm hoping that tonight she's kept busy trying to deal with the rest of the fallout. Tyrus had his goals like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Got to figure out, pull them all in, get control of them because they've already felt the bond snap.
Yeah.
They're a problem.
Yes, they are.
They're going to be angry too.
Yeah.
And Dredd stands up and he just wraps you in a big hug.
And as she backs out of the hug a little bit, she actually kisses him.
Okay, and he kisses you back. And you can tell he's not wanting to leave, but he still has loyalty to what's left of his pack, at least.
One moment, and Jackie goes to a table, opens up a drawer in the table.
Okay.
Picks something up, brings it back to him. Key card and key.
Oh, now this is getting kind of official here. I mean, this is...
You painted a picture of us and presented it in public.
You understand that one, huh? I figured just wanted to send a message to certain people in this city. Look, you've been making your enemies, okay?
Oh, I'm sure I have.
Sometimes they need reminded.
Who has my back?
Yeah.
If you need a safe place to stay,
I know.
you are welcome.
And he takes it, slips it into his jacket pocket. He leans in and gives you another kiss on the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta run.
I understand.
And he turns and walks from your haven. And Jackie doing anything after he leaves?
She is basically doing a letter to Juliet.
Okay.
To have it sealed up for delivery.
Of the telling of the events that night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's at this point we're going to flash over to Nicholas. Nicholas, you have something you have to do tonight. Something I don't think you want to do.
Indeed. It's happening more and more, Izzy.
And you can feel the necklace as it stops being cold, as she's obviously left it. What do you mean, brother?
You're losing control more.
It happens. Wish it didn't. But
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind, but it seems we are past the point of being able to explain it away. Others can see you now.
problem is, brother. It's weird. She normally wouldn't call you just brother like that. My other half is getting stronger. As I age, it is harder and harder to fight it off.
Is it Isabella?
This started before that. She is a conduit he can use. Just as you are. That's part of our condition. Once you're dead, you're very unlucky, you'll understand. You can fight it, you can push it down. But over time, as the centuries have worn on, it gets stronger and stronger. You know how few of my kind reach my age and are still here?
Is there anything I can do to ease your burden, Izzy?
You live a dangerous life. There's nothing you could do to stop that. Your society, your environment, every night is danger. Isabella's every night is danger. It feeds the darker side, causes it to go stronger. As it teases and taunts with what would happen if you were no more, if she were no more, if I were forgotten. It's hard to endure. And I have held on, and I will hold on as long as I can. But in our kind doesn't, we don't live forever.
I'm sorry to have been so forceful with you.
You weren't forceful with me. You were forceful with my shadow. may be a part of me, it may be based off me, but it is its own thing now. I have to warn you, so far it has only manifested to protect you, Isabella. But with enough time, it could also begin to hurt you and her to get at me.
I'm sorry for everything I've caused you, Izzy.
You didn't cause this. Deep down, it was my choice. I chose when I passed not to let go. And so I have. Have you ever learned what our other sides want, our shadow wants? Wants our destruction. But not cleanly, not quickly. Wants to revel in our own pain. Push that pain. You'll notice when it protects you or Isabella, someone always gets hurt. Does it because it knows I don't want people to be hurt. That's why we always lose in the end. Our kind either succumb to entropy, turn our back on skin lands, as we call the world, or our other side takes over and we become something far worse.
You remember when we were kids and you would always make those bullies pay when they picked on me?
Mm-hmm. I had to protect my brother. Come on.
I don't think I need the protection anymore.
Now you say that. Yet twice I've had to intervene. This is in the past, not even the past year, I've had to intervene to help you. Well, my other side did.
Exactly. My sister isn't protecting me anymore. You did all you could for me. Maybe it's time you let go.
I can't. You, now Isabella, that necklace. It's what keeps me grounded, keeps me here. It's what allows me to fight. Without it, either I will lose completely and my other side will take over, or I will fade to nothingness, destroyed by entropy itself. Sure, there's rumors of those who can transcend this state of death, but no one ever has seen it happen. Always you hear about it. Somebody, a friend of a friend, heard someone who once may have seen something. You can't count on that. So yes, I'm holding on to you. Now holding on to Isabella. To keep going. To endure. You can't ask me to let go of that. not even your choice to make. It's mine.
You always were the stubborn one.
We can debate that one. You know, I'm not sure I'm as stubborn as you are.
I probably learned that from you.
I'll do what I can to try to control it. But it's a real monster.
Oh, I know. I'm starting to get a clearer picture. I always thought you were scary when we were children. This is something else.
I can do things I never dreamt of when I was alive. But it can do things that are the stuff that turns those dreams to nightmares. You can't even believe your own reality sometimes. It makes you see things that aren't there, hear things that weren't said. Whatever you do, don't join me on this side. I don't want that for you.
If only we could be kids again.
Yeah, that's true. But if you had wheels, you'd be a wagon now, wouldn't you? Can't wish for things that can't happen.
I love you, Izzy.
I love you too, Nicholas. But enough of this talk of trying to send me away. Not happening. I'm going to haunt you to the day you die, one way or another. But if you let yourself get taken while you sleep again, I'm going to beat your ass. You know that, right?
You and Matthew.
He's always had the sense of you two.
Well, someone had to replace it.
I swear. I probably shouldn't have knocked the sense out of you when you were younger. But you did break my doll.
You don't know it was me.
I do now. You'd find that our kind are much better at reading lies than yours. Can't hide your emotions. Now let me get some rest. That took a lot out of me yesterday.
Go rest, Izzy.
Then you feel your necklace go cold once again as she settles in. So, you have anything else you're doing tonight?
I want to make a quick stop by Sylvester's.
Okay. We'll come back to you as you're heading over to Sylvester's.
Yeah.
Because Jackie mentioned she has an important meeting tonight that she has to attend. And that meeting is, of course, with Dawn Akata. And that also includes Jenny, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Where are you two meeting up?
Jenny probably came over to Jackie's Haven and they're leaving together.
And Jenny, as you were pulling up to the Haven, you did see Dredd leaving on his motorcycle. He's got his helmet on tonight, which is odd because he normally doesn't wear his helmet. But given the state he left the fight last night, helmet's a good choice.
Fair.
And I turn it over to you two, as I assume you're riding towards dawn, so that you two can have a conversation.
Yeah. So, Dredd seems to think that Maxwell will show the video to the Anarchs.
I mean, that makes some sense, I suppose. They've been, I don't know, the princes wants a fight, the Anarchs want to fight, but everyone's just staring at each other like...
Because the Anarchs know that it's a fight they will not win.
True.
They do not have the numbers. And they certainly do not have the power.
Well, so even if the Anarchs are shown the video by Maxwell, it still doesn't change anything, I would think.
He's trying to cause distractions. And the Anarchs seeing us there gives them a target.
Well, unfortunately, I was going to say, I don't think any of us are so stupid that we go hang out outside of, outside the city. So if they want to, they want a shot, they're going to have to come here to us.
Yeah, they will, because my business dealings with them are over, well over.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interacting with Mal Davis was disappointing.
Yeah.
So I could do without that again.
And Annabelle at one point wanted to make her prince, I believe.
Well, Annabelle, while nice on the eyes, is not so. Seems kind of stupid. So best way I could put it. You didn't hear that from me, though.
Do you by chance have that Slate business card on you?
Jenny rummages around in her purse thing. Yeah, I believe so. Give me a sec, and then here it is. She pulls it out.
Jackie takes a look at it.
It is a Slate business card, but it says Benjamin on it with a number. Now, Jackie, you recognize the prefix of it. It is an obvious call.
Center?
Yeah. Call forwarding service, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Do you need this?
Nah. He claimed he'd reach out to me whenever it was he wanted me to help him transfer businesses around, so.
All right. She puts it in her purse. It appears to be an answering service, like a forwarding service, but I may have someone look into that to see who, where it's tied to.
Oh, yeah, no.
What his interests are.
Totally fair. Like I said, I would have told him to take a hike, but I was like, well, quick access to Duncan McTavish, and I don't know.
I do not blame you, Jack. I do not blame you, Jenny. Not at all.
No, I figured, in the future, if I want to, I can always just also sell out wherever I'm transferring the stuff to and stuff, if that's information useful to somebody else.
You absolutely will.
Oh yeah, no. Especially after the drone thing? Yeah, fuck him. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, if he wants the Anarchs to try to come after us, it wouldn't be the first Anarchs we've killed in our domain.
True. Oh no, yeah. They're what is it? Evan said, young, dumb, and full of cum. Except maybe not so much the last one. They're just young and dumb.
As I told Dredd, they're basically children rebelling against their parents.
Oh, hey, we can start a education service. They can come through, get their asses paddled, and send the ashes back.
He did say that Genghis probably wouldn't give a shit because he didn't like Duncan at all.
Oh. He seems like the least anarch.
I know, right?
So I don't think he really cares. I think he's just an anarch, so he can like.
I think he's in it for the kicks.
Yeah. That's,
And he likes being the underdog because I swear to God, he is a masochist. He likes pain.
well, chasing after Isabella that night definitely proved he likes pain.
Yes. All right. Well, when we get in to see Dawn, I will take lead point on it. I will advise her that we handled eliminating Duncan and with the assistance of the wolf pack. That should rub her the wrong way.
Hopefully.
But it got done.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's done. Like I said, I don't ever want to see this bitch again. So that's why I'm glad you're willing to speak on my behalf.
Absolutely. Now, in return, she is going to release her hold of Bobby so you can do with him what you see fit. That is what I am going to request in payment.
Yeah. I need to figure out what I want to do with Bobby now.
Send him to Fiorenza.
That's been high on the list since he's
She'll shape him up into something if he's worth anything, and if he isn't, she'll destroy him.
True. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I was most likely going to do that because I was just kind of like, I don't need to deal with him in Chicago anymore. He's, yeah.
He can take up residence in Mexico City.
Yeah. Yep.
One less of Loden's brood in this fucking city.
Oh shit. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. You know, I might visit him with I'll stake him, box him, ship him express freight. And then he can wake up in Mexico. So, yeah, no, I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do cuz yeah, he's been nothing but a pain in my ass.
Yeah.
So,
and you have other contacts that can do the tech work.
Oh yeah.
So,
yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, looks like we're here.
All right.
As you arrived, it's a small little diner way on the outskirts of Chicago, right between the burbs and Chicago itself. Open all night. When you pull up in front of it, it's not that busy. It looks like 7 people inside. And I'll see them through the front window. But you can clearly see Dawn sitting at one of the booths right by the window. Seems to be reading a stack of papers while she's waiting.
Okay. Well, let's go in.
I'm following your lead, so.
Mm-hmm.
And when you step inside, sign says, have a seat. Someone will be with you.
We go to Dawn's table.
When you go to Dawn's table, as soon as you start walking towards the table, her eyes shoot up and she just kind of motions to the chairs across from her.
Mm-hmm. And we sit.
Jacqueline? Genevieve?
Dawn?
And she flips the pages over she had in front of her and crosses her hands. So what do I have this pleasure of this meeting tonight?
She sets her briefcase on the table, opens it up, and the first thing she does is takes out the mirror and hands it to her.
And you see Dawn pick it up and hold it a minute. She looks at it and then places it face down. Thank you.
Of course. He knew what it was.
That is surprising. But given my suspicions, not a bad problem. It won't derail what I'm planning.
I believe he has a similar role to my own.
Quite assuredly.
Because he was acting very strange while a certain person was in the city.
It's very possible. But as you know, that same role is not the protection everyone thinks it is.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
I have my own instructions regarding that individual now. Instructions I did not have before.
Oh.
So needless to say, he is something I can deal with.
Excellent.
when I am ready.
Excellent. Also, this needs to be delivered, and she hands her the envelope that's sealed.
She looks it over, notices the wax seal on it,
Mhm.
just tucks it in her pocket.
Thank you. And she closes the briefcase and sets it down beside her and says, and a certain sergeant has been taken care of
McTavish is dead.
as of last night.
You can confirm this?
Absolutely.
Final death?
Yes.
Perfect.
I took his head off
Perfect.
with the assistance of the wolf pack.
Let me pull up something real quick. If I can find what I need to pull up. Okay. And why was the wolf pack involved?
Doing research on the target, it was beneficial to have extra hands. And considering the location was rigged with landmines and claymores,
You knew I did not want them involved. I did not think I needed to state that outright.
Dawn, I know you are young, but you will realize we do not always get everything exactly as we want it. We take our wins where we can.
You are correct. He has been destroyed, and that is the important part.
Exactly. Now, I believe there was a certain issue with Mr. Weatherbottom.
Yes. Do what you want with him. I do not care.
Excellent.
His purpose, my use for him, as a tool, is now past.
Excellent.
Now, I do suggest whatever Miss Schutz here decides to do with him, she cleans up that mess that is his wife.
It'll be handled.
Good. You have done the service I asked. I will make a note. And I will contact you if I need anything else in the future.
At your service.
Of course.
Have a good evening.
Before you go,
Yes.
I have heard a rumor that you may be looking into praxis over Milwaukee.
Oh, it is not rumor, it is true.
Have you spoken with Juliet about it?
It is in my missive.
Good. I was going to give you the opportunity to inform her before I did.
Of course.
That is all.
I am very good at my job, Dawn.
Yes. But everyone makes mistakes sometimes.
Of course.
Now, if you will leave me, I will finish what I was doing.
Indeed.
And in this time, you've noticed the waitress has not come to the table.
Mm-mm.
Actually, the waitress hasn't come out of the back at all.
The waitress is probably dead.
And none of the people you're sitting in here with are eating.
Mm-hmm. And she dominated them all.
They're just sitting at empty tables.
Mm-hmm. And Jackie leads Jenny out of the diner.
Okay? And I turn it back over to you two in the vehicle after this meeting as you're heading so that Jenny can get her vehicle because Jenny has another appointment tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you that, you need to handle his wife, for sure. Either ship her with him or destroy her.
Oh yeah. No, I will the wife will be taken care of.
Good.
So, appreciate you talking to Dawn because yeah. she may be the Archon, but I really wanted to just punch her in the fucking face. So
That is every time I speak with her.
yeah,
I would love to punch her in the fucking face. She is a child.
I hope that bitch loses my number. So.
And I know she is pegged for the next Malkavian Justicar.
Ew.
Yes, that's why I'm pursuing praxis in Milwaukee. It's my retirement plan.
Good call. Good call.
I
yeah,
have
no.
served 2 Malkavian Justicars. I will not serve the 3rd.
Well, when the third acts like that, or the presumed third acts like that, yeah. It's a risky job, and I can understand not being tired of dealing with it. So.
Exactly. And really, I only got into this because of my sire.
Sometimes there is some upside to being a gangrel child.
He was wounded. Badly. He was involved in the organized group of Justicars and Archons that went to try to take down Marcus Vitel in the late 90s. Many did not survive that. My sire did. Barely. His ghoul drove for 3 days and nights straight, because the last thing my sire said before he collapsed into torpor, when he got home, was, "Take me to Colette." I was in New Orleans. He had sent me the night of the attack. So for 3 days and nights, his ghoul drove nonstop, except for to get gas. I had to summon his Justicar, because I could trust no one in the city to rouse him. He was an Archon. And well, his Justicar came and roused him. And then before she left, she enlisted me into her service, because I had handled the situation with the appropriate level of cunning and discretion.
Oh, sometimes what the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So
Yeah, I hadn't intended on becoming an agent. But I did it because it helped protect him for years. And then it didn't anymore. And after he fell, I made the decision I was not going to do it anymore.
kind of, I mean, obviously it's for your own safety, but also it's that having to say in your life again.
Exactly. I will do what I please. That is what I've always wanted, even before I was embraced. Just to be able to do what I please.
Girl, you gotta come to Vegas then.
Please, it's a cam city. They have the same shit.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta let loose a little bit, and there's always somebody who's willing to pick a fight in that general area that is, again, young, dumb, and ready to.
And thanks, Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, before you ascend to the throne and you can't
know what?
leave
You know
Milwaukee
what? The next
again.
time we get a little bit of downtime, let's do a girls' weekend in Vegas. You, me, and Isabella.
Hell yeah. I'm talking about, see, taking back your life.
That's right.
It's awareness. Where's my awareness? I'm gonna actually real fast. I'm gonna willpower this just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Do I need to give one?
Nope. Jackie would have no chance of recognizing what this is.
Mm.
Okay. You get close to Jackie's haven. 5. That's enough. As you're on the same block as Jackie's haven. Just for an instant. Somebody was watching you from an alleyway, watching the car. Somebody you recognize. You could swear your sister was watching before ducking back into an alley.
I don't know sorry. I thought I saw somebody. This is actually the second time I think I've seen this person.
Who?
The last time was the night the club got blown up. So
Who did you think you saw?
my dead sister. I mean, I assume she's dead. I chased her ass across this city. She just kept staying ahead of me the whole time. So I don't know. It's probably some NOS trick or some shit. So
How would they know to look like her?
I don't know.
They wouldn't.
Old newspaper clippings.
Listen to me.
Mhm.
You were not always destined to be Gangrel, yes?
True.
What if the son who was supposed to be your original sire took your sister instead? Out of retribution? Out of needing a child?
In a very slight way, like Ginny's face like drops some and she's just like, that was the option I didn't want to think. I always assumed it was her shitty mafia connected husband.
Oh, I'm sure that was a good excuse for the obituary notice and the papers.
Of course. It also kept me from hunting
Mm-hmm.
for her. So
Exactly. It distracted you from what really went on. Just like me going back to Paris after World War II and seeing my son's grave. And no one
Oh.
giving me answers.
the sad thing is I was in Vegas. I just didn't look because I thought she's dead. Everybody in all of my family were all dead within a year of me being embraced.
Really?
Yep. Parents got taken out in a car accident. And then a couple months later, Lucy disappeared and everyone assumed it was her husband. I assumed it was her husband. He was mafia connected. I dealt with the mafia. They're a bunch of shitbags. So I thought, sure, that makes sense.
Who was it that was supposed to sire you?
The wicked bitch of the West, Anna Louisa Bradenberg.
She has a wicked fucking temper. She not
Yeah.
only took your sister, she eliminated your parents. So you would have no ties.
I mean, I kind of figured, but I didn't want to believe it because I was young, very young, and I didn't want to get myself thrown out of the only place I had.
I understand.
So,
No, I understand, but Jesus. Well, if it is your sister, we must find out what she's doing. And if
Yeah.
she is a threat.
well, I'll probably have to bring this up to the people I know that, well, I'll probably have to bring this up to Erzule.
Yes, I know what
look-
she's doing. She literally called her place the House of Lilith.
Yes.
I mean, come
know.
on. I know she is Bahari.
Well,
and it's fine if you are too. I don't care.
I think they're a little deeper in the city than people think.
Oh, I'm sure they
So,
are.
I don't know the extent of it. I'm just saying from what I've gleaned.
Is that where you saw Maxwell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was swinging through there, and yeah. So he's probably, again, it's another question I need to ask her. It's like, is Maxwell trying to drum up support among the Baham of the city? So
yeah.
No. Erzule brought up my my potential sire when I had approached her before, looking into me. So I figure I will have to ask her now about Lucy, because she's probably found something. Like I said, I personally never looked because I just kept telling myself she's gone. It's okay.
You were protecting yourself.
Yes.
It's understandable. You were young. You were protecting yourself. You were preventing yourself from realizing that the society you had been brought into was cutthroat and vengeful.
Yeah. Well, thankfully now, I can be a bear, so
yes, you can.
So at least I've got something going for me.
A magnificent bear.
Oh, no, sorry. That was not just to stroke my own ego. I'm just saying, like, it may be vengeful and cutthroat, but I'm also now rich and
powerful,
slightly connected,
and powerful.
So time to.
And you will only become more as you get age.
Well, as long as I don't fuck up and get myself killed doing something stupid, so.
Not on my watch, dear.
Well, I thought it was going to be Dawn that was going to be the one that was going to punch my ticket, so.
Yeah, not on my watch, dear. That's why I asked the wolf pack to come along.
Still appreciate that.
She will not want to do business with you again.
I feel bad for the Tyrus thing, but I do appreciate that, like, his sacrifice has hopefully protected me from Don Nakata, so.
He'd be happy with that. He hated her.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. It's a win-win. I'm sorry. Okay, that sounds really mean.
Yeah. Well, I know you have another meeting, so.
Oh, yeah, now I do.
Yeah, I figure as much.
Fucking Chicago.
I know.
Sorry.
If you need me for anything, just call.
Oh yeah. No, I'll let you know. I don't know. Hopefully this is one of those things I can just kind of resolve on my own, because I don't want to have to rely on you guys for everything.
No, I get it, but we are here if you need us.
I know. I do appreciate it. It's nice to have others give a shit about me. So
it is. And she gives Jenny a kiss on both cheeks. Have a good night, dear.
Thank you. You too.
Now, I knew Jenny actually is supposed to meet up with Roscoe. But is Jenny planning to make that meeting now?
No, Jenny wants to help Roscoe first. That's higher priority to her, only in so much as she can drop in on Erzule whenever she wants. So
okay. So Roscoe, where did you arrange this meeting to occur? At your bookshop? You're muted. No meeting because he's muted.
That's probably the best place to start out.
Start out. Okay.
This is going to be a long trip.
Well, maybe.
Sure.
We'll see. So, and Jenny, you arrived there before your guest, Roscoe's guest, is supposed to show. And I will let you two discuss things as you're waiting for, well, Samantha to show up.
Evening, Roscoe.
Hi, Jenny. How are you tonight?
Fantastic. I've got a laundry list of things I've got to do tonight, but it's all good.
Good. Okay.
As long as this doesn't take us to dawn, we're good. And I don't. Yeah, never mind. That was a joke I'm not going to make.
Okay. I thought there was one starting there, but I don't know. Anyway.
Don't stress it. It's all good.
Okay.
So what's your play here?
Well, I'm going to try to get Samantha to help us find her missing compatriots, Tammy and Allison. Allison is more the troublemaker that needs to be brought in. Tammy's just, but Franklin needs to see both of them, so we need to bring them in.
All right. So you're hoping she's just going to be like, okay, let me lead you to their secret like hideout, or
I'm having a feeling she's going to be more cagey about it. I mean, it's not like she has a tremendous. I mean, they're her friends, but I don't know that she has that much of an attachment to them at this point.
All right. Well, no offense, I'm gonna let you do most of the talking. But if I need to, I'll jump in.
Okay.
I will be nice. I will mind my manners, and I will be nice, no matter how much it pains me.
I appreciate your forbearance.
And about this time, the door to the bookshop opens, and in steps a little short redhead that you've all come to know as Samantha. And when she steps in, immediately her eyes lock on Roscoe, and she moves towards him. She gets halfway through the bookstore before she even notices Jenny is there. Jenny, I need you to give me wits insight that I can just keep on the back burner to let you know what you've picked up during the scene.
Does need count for specialty?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna willpower this also.
Okay.
So
You have 4 so far.
dang.
4. Okay. When she notices Jenny, she kind of stops a minute, looks over, looks at you, looks at her, and then continues over to you, Roscoe, to give you a hug.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
What's she doing here?
She had business here.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Nice
Samantha.
to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Samantha. Don't worry, Samantha. I'm into chicks, so Ross, you don't have to worry about me going after Roscoe.
So you're here for me? And she gets this grin, and then she looks over at Roscoe. It's all right. It's all right.
Girl, you wish.
I mean, my college days, maybe. Not anymore.
Hey, Sam, we have some things to talk about. You about your friends that I haven't seen them for ages. Allison and Tammy.
I figured you were going to ask about them soon.
Hey,
No, I haven't seen them. Not since Franklin. Not since Franklin took me and read my mind.
Okay, because he does kind of want to see them.
Yes, I know.
Although there's some, I know Allison had been kind of put off limits to me for a while by her protector. He's no longer in the picture.
What happened to him?
He had an accident, so to speak.
I never met him, but she always talked about him. Seemed like he was her mentor, as she claimed, teaching her all the things about how the world actually worked.
He didn't know shit. And he's a jerk, too.
The way she spoke about him, you'd think he could walk on water.
Well, he might have been able to. That doesn't make him good.
You say such weird things sometimes, Roscoe, that I just don't understand what you're coming from. But I haven't seen them. They haven't reached out to me. I've tried to get hold of them. I mean, I thought they were my friends, and then now they don't call. They don't, answer any calls I give them. I don't know where they are.
Okay. Well, I was really kind of hoping you'd be able to help, because I know Allison went very much to ground, and well, I need to find her.
Have you tried your...
Not yet.
I know Franklin told me that he can't find them with his stuff, but I've also, from being with you, I've learned that it's not quite the same. Yours is different than what we do.
Well, I hope mine's different than anyone else's.
And she kind of gets a grin. Yours is different than anyone else's. And Jenny, as you're talking, you notice every time she says something, there's a look on her face, which is, it'd be hard to understand if you weren't kindred. You suspect that she's bound to Roscoe at this point. You can see it in the way her mannerisms are.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ginny's probably seen a little bit of this in Tasha lately, so
Yes.
Well, if I do break out my thing, as it were, would you be willing to go with us on trying to find her?
I mean, sure, but I mean, I'll help you. I don't know what help I can be. I mean, they might at least talk to you if I'm around.
Mm-hmm.
Though they don't like you.
I know, but they don't get a choice. And I'm kind of surprised that Franklin can't deal with it, but a request is a request.
Wow, they've done something to hide themselves from it. So I mean, sure, I'll go with you. It's the only way they're going to talk to you.
And you might be able to see or disarm any mage traps that they set for us.
I mean, I can try. It's not really my area, but I can try.
You can do anything you want.
No. So, sweetie, you say that, but look, I'm not you. I can't do everything.
Okay, that's going a little far. But okay.
It's not what you said the other night. And then she gets another grin on her face.
I can attest, though, Roscoe can take a punch in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
True.
No, I've
Wait,
seen
you
his
saw
whole
that.
chest caved.
That's right. Heard about that. I will say, just so we're all clear, if your friends are hiding in, sorry, Roscoe, but we can't really go to Anarch territory, so
It might be a bad thing to do at this point.
if they're hiding out there, we're gonna have to be real covert. So
You said her protector, her mentor died?
In the end, yes.
I wonder if I reached out to her family, whether they've seen her. With him not around, she'd have to go somewhere, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm, that's what I think. I mean, but like you're saying, she nor any of her family are going to talk to me.
They were not going to talk if they see you at all.
Okay.
But just for you, Roscoe, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will go and talk to her family, and I'll let you know what I find out from them. Just because you need it.
Thank you, Sam. You're such a good girl.
I mean, I'm trying. I certainly don't want to get in trouble for blowing up another building. Well, unless you want me to, and then, well.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
You do what you got to do for those you care about, right?
That's right, yeah.
And you're sure, Jenny, she is bound. You're seeing pure blood bond here. Well, let me, if that's what this was about, let me go get started on that for you.
Okay, thank you.
And she leans in and gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I'll be back later.
All right.
And then
I'll be waiting.
turns and she don't even look at Jenny. She just kind of scurries with a lot of haste out of the store.
Well, what'd you think of that?
Something.
I mean, you never thought a mage and a kindred would make it.
Dude. Blood bonding somebody will make a lot of things come true.
What are you talking about?
You be giving her a little sip from your special thing when you whip it out? No?
Oh. I don't think that's how it works. But
no.
So
you're
no,
okay, Roscoe. The rules of the world, according to someone who's a little bit younger than you, but more traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Never stick your dick in crazy. Never stick your fangs in crazy. Never let crazy suck on your wrist.
I can
let crazy lick your nipples.
She might have done that last thing a few times. But no, I've never let her take blood from my wrist.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
You need to get like a security camera or some shit, because she's acting like she's.
You really think she's bound?
Yeah.
I mean, she's favorable, but I mean, we've been together for a while now. I mean,
okay, no offense, Roscoe.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha, who you've met.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful girl. A little crazy at times, but aren't we all? She acts slightly similar to how Samantha acts, though she acts, but does not have the pure, like, I will burn this building down to the ground kind of like energy that Samantha has. I don't know if this is a subject you should broach with her or what, but like something's going on. She's I'm sorry, just from my personal opinion of watching her, she seems very enthralled with you.
Okay, I just thought that was our natural attraction from being together for a bit. Tell me more. I'm all ears. Tell me, what do you see that makes you think she's bound?
It's like there's okay, so like a lot of times, especially young, people, individuals you've bloodbound will have kind of like facial mannerisms, because she's obviously into you, but like she's way into you, because she didn't even from what I've heard of the previous version of Samantha, she probably would have like walked up to me and been like, don't try and take my man, all Jerry Springer like. The fact that she was just like, oh, you're into chicks, okay, or not even really needing the explanation, she's just like, oh, sure, I'm just here for Roscoe, because the twinkle in his eyes makes the world go round.
What it does, doesn't it? I'm getting the feeling you don't think that.
Roscoe, okay. If you make my world go round, please throw me off of my new hotel.
Okay.
No. It's hard to exactly explain, but like the vibe is there, as it were.
Okay.
And I know you're already very enamored with her, so it's probably harder for you to kind of be separated from it and look at it and say something's off here.
Yeah, I'll watch a lot more closely. It didn't occur to me. I mean, because I've never initiated the bond with her. And how could she do it without me intentionally giving it to her?
Didn't you mention that you woke up and she was like laying, like cuddled up against you? She had been doing so all day?
Every day for a long time while I was healing. But she was just sleeping.
Roscoe, She could. It sounds crazy, but like, couldn't she have sucked some out of you while you were sleeping?
Well, I mean, the wounds were completely open. Yeah, she could, but is that even how the bonding works? I mean, just can she bond herself?
I don't know. I don't see why not. I mean, if all you need is the blood. I mean, hell, Evan stays bonded to Fiorenza from fucking Mexico.
Huh. So I thought it meant it needed intent on the part of the kindred. Oh, maybe
I don't think any of that.
Hmm.
I don't think it needs any of that. That sounds like some fucking fairy tale shit they told you so that you wouldn't believe you were bloodbound to them. Oh wait, you were Tremere. Sorry. Roscoe, you see when your sire really, really loves you, they make you
Okay.
yeah,
really-
no,
Really changes things a bit
yeah.
and also makes them better in some ways. Maybe should be a little less volatile.
I would hope so. But remember, sometimes some people's sometimes your ghouls will maybe not necessarily work in your best interest if you aren't firm with them. So I'm just saying, I guess if you're not giving it to her, something's going on. So I'm just something's going on, and it sure looks like she's been drinking your blood.
Okay. I mean, she's certainly generally well disposed to me. I'll have a talk with her about it.
All right, I'm just letting you know. And if you feel like you need some cameras for your bedroom and not for any weird stuff, just
Okay, cool. I mean, unless you want to watch, I mean, that's fine with me.
Roscoe, the last thing I
What?
want to see is you and Samantha laying on top of each other.
She's not with me most of the time now. She's off on her own. And Franklin took her away for a bit.
Small mercies. Small mercies. Wait, I don't see those books I gave you. Are you too proud to put them out front? No.
I'm still in the education phase. I must peruse the materials some more.
Yes. Good call. Good call. I'm sure the people who frequent here will love that stuff when you start
they
the
will.
site.
It's a very popular part of the store now.
Oh God. What have I done?
You want to come over and have a look?
You know what? Open-minded.
He's going to show you Waifu Corner.
Yep.
As we go to, I think at this point is a good spot for me to interject and say, we're going to go to break, everybody, because I'm about to lose it over here. So
I'm broken.
Yeah.
I'm broken.
I do thank everyone. We'll see you after this break. Please enjoy the break and try not to get too many mental images of what was going to be caught on the camera that Jenny could watch, please. See you all.
Break out his thing.
Yes, break out his thing. See you all in 10 minutes, everyone.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of she really a jabet bathori. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory. Let's sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? A jabet bathori. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator who can't remain the prey, you have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lions. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, well, Jackie had a talk with Dredd. Then Jenny and Jackie went to go see Dawn and let Dawn know what the deal was. Nicholas, he had a heart-to-heart with Izzy. And then Jenny and Roscoe spoke with Samantha, and then Jenny had a bit of a heart-to-heart with Roscoe that was in danger of breaking the cast in multiple ways. So, as we pick up the second half, Nicholas, you were on your way to go see Sylvester. But what were you doing beforehand?
Beforehand, I'll actually, while I know that Izzy's resting, I'm going to hand off the necklace to Matthew.
Okay. He looks at you kind of strangely because you normally don't do that.
I need to talk to someone.
Are
And
you sure?
it could cause more problems. Yes, I'm sure. Just, I'll explain later.
I'll keep it safe.
Oh, I have no doubts. I can't take it where I'm going.
And he takes the necklace and puts it around his neck. Where you going? You going somewhere dangerous?
Not really. But it's definitely more dangerous if she's there.
But don't be out too late. It's movie night.
I'll be back.
Hey, just make sure. And he goes back to puttering around the I would say the house. It's not a house.
Oh, he's got Bob Possum with him.
Yeah. Around the funeral home. The embalming suite. As you head out to go see Sylvester. And of course, you know exactly where Sylvester where you can try to find him.
Yep.
Sylvester Steakhouse.
So when he goes in, throw on Oblivion Sight, but then like I won't necessarily call it. I want to see if he's having another one of his audiences like he was earlier.
Okay.
If he's there, because he might not be.
He's there when you get there. And when you come in, you immediately notice with your Oblivion Sight something different about him. His body is not fully substantial.
Mhm.
He's got rends and tears in it in places. And when you come in, he looks up and he doesn't get up from where he's sitting. He just stares at you.
If this is a bad time, I can come back.
Everything's a bad time. I'll be fine. I'm healing up. You don't know what you miss on your side. Don't worry about it.
I think I might have a way for us to be square once and for all.
Sounds important. Have a seat. I'm not going to sit craning my neck up at you the whole time.
And he'll sit.
And you see as he's adjusting, it's obvious. You didn't think a spirit could be uncomfortable like that, but he's obviously in enough pain that he's slightly uncomfortable.
How does one of your kind let go?
We could let go. You think we'd be here? Think we'd put up with this shit day after day after day, year after year? We could let go. The fact that we can't let go is what put us here in the first place. Now,
But surely some of your kind have managed or have tried. Maybe even made things a bit more bearable.
more
if
than one has
possible.
stepped away from what we call the Shadowlands. After a certain amount of time, everything that keeps us here is gone. So we get pulled back to the abyss. Most find their way to Stygia at that point, but any way you look at it, we let go of your world and exist fully in ours. That normally involves the destruction of everything that keeps you here. If you survive it, you can go to the abyss.
Is that the only option?
Well, I mean, there's some who still have a tie here, but visit there. As long as you have a tie we call fetter, as long as you still have a fetter, keeps you bound here. You don't stay long in the abyss. You always come back here. Of course, once you run out of fetters, you find you can't spend time here. Can't come back to the Skinlands, at least not for more than a minute or two. Of course, the alternative is to be unmade, turned into entropy, or if you're really unlucky, become what we call a specter.
I'm assuming that's when your darker half takes over.
What we call a shadow, yes. Spectre's what did this to me. We had an incursion we had to put down last night. It happens from time to time. I mean, yeah, if you listen to rumors, it's possible to transcend and go somewhere else, but good luck. You know, it's kind of like Atlantis. Lots of myths about it, lots of rumors, but nobody not quite knows whether it's true or not. Well, same with transcendence. I don't know anybody who's done it.
My kind have a similar fairy tale.
That's the way I look at it, as a fairy tale. If it could truly be done, more would have done it.
But if it's something so desirable, even seemingly impossible, someone has to document it.
Nobody has. Let me put it in much better terms to explain things. The only way I could see you being able to do it is you have to let go of everything that kept you from moving on in the first place. Resolve all the undealt with feelings, everything that you still felt you needed to do. And on top of that, get rid of the baggage you've acquired since you've been dead. I don't even know people who can do that when they're alive, let alone when you become pure emotions. I don't know why you're asking this, but I'm not going to be able to make you hopeful for sure. There's another way, but you really don't want to hear about that.
Humor me.
That's where you and your shadow work together. You rebuild your body and you come back to life. Think that sounds good, don't you? It's not. You're still dead. You still see things from the eyes of the dead. You're still the creature of emotion that you were when you were dead. But now you have a body you have to share.
Is this the only way the two halves can seemingly coexist?
They don't coexist. They're still fighting. Except now, it's a lot more firm in the rules about who's in control when. We don't consider that a good thing. We call them risen, and they're abominations. Your kind would find they're the source for hundreds and hundreds of myths about zombies.
I am familiar with the creatures you speak of.
Except it's not quite like the mist.
No, it's not.
A risen has a heartbeat, but they're never right. You're not alive again. Sometimes it's best to let the dead stay dead. Where's your necklace?
I'll let you get back to healing.
Word of friendly advice from one of the restless dead. Just because you leave a necklace at home don't mean she don't have ways to find out what you're doing. You can see me. I don't really spend any time hiding. You should be amazed how hard it is to find one of us when we don't wish to be seen. Friendly advice. For someone who did me a favor.
Understood. Thank you for humoring me, Sylvester.
I owe you. And I pay my debts.
If you come across anything, even rumors, I'll do whatever I have to.
You want a rumor? There's one of our kind, one, who managed to reach a deal and coexist with their other half. She's a bigger monster than you ever will understand. She's in your world. She lives here in Chicago. And I'm not going to say her name because I know better. But you know who I'm talking about. But you don't want to ask her.
I really don't.
You knew half of what I know about her. You'd never step foot in that spider's lair. Don't be the fly to in that parlor. More friendly advice. But you wanted to know. There's a rumor.
Nicholas will stand up and look at him, like dead in his eyes. Consider us even for that.
If you say so. But if you need something, we can work a deal.
Agreed.
Not many of your kind that will help us out. Us dead people don't seem to get a lot of help from the living, or the unliving in your case.
I've always seen the spirit world as the next adventure. It's all part of the same cycle. Death, life, rebirth. It's all the same.
And that's why I haven't had you killed in your sleep yet.
Well, you're the first not to try. Thank you for the advice. I really do appreciate it, Sylvester. I'll leave you.
And he nods at you. And goes back to, he's staring at the walls of the place, almost as if he's, I mean, you know this place is a fetter.
He's drawing on it to use it to heal.
Yeah, he's trying to recuperate himself a bit.
And I think at that point, Nicholas will go back to movie night with Matthew, take back the necklace.
Please give me wits insight before you get back there.
Can I surge for this?
Go ahead.
Did I just do a rouse?
Yep, just hit rouse, and then you can click the surge button on your character sheet.
Okay. Surge, wits, insight.
Yep. 3? You can
I can only
willpower?
reroll. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I can only reroll one, but worth it. 4.
4? Something about the way he said, that's why he didn't kill you while you slept. He was 100% serious.
Oh,
And you can tell it was something he actually contemplated. But there was an edge to it, a knowing edge, that you don't quite understand where it came from.
Yeah, I imagine it's he didn't know if he could trust me because of what I am, and it would have just been easier to kill me. Okay. Yeah, he'll go back to movie night and then yeah, he'll just go back to
Okay.
movie night, take the necklace back.
And as you head to movie night, I believe Matthew has picked out Fright Night to watch. It's a favorite of his. Just because of how silly it is.
When it comes to movie night, Matthew gets what he wants, so.
And the two of you settle down to watch movie night. Now, this will be a new night for everybody coming up here because that was about the end of it for that one.
Mhm.
Jackie, it's, time passes.
Mhm.
And you have a meeting. You're going to go see Cedric in his office.
Yeah, she's overdue for her chess lesson.
Oh, if it's a chess lesson, then you're going to the steakhouse.
Yes, we're meeting at the steakhouse.
So
Casual conversation.
when you get to the steakhouse, of course, Martin is already there playing chess with him. And as soon as you walk in, Martin looks over, looks at him. Just in time. I'm done. You were winning anyway, you asshole. And Martin grins. Yeah, but I was drawing it out. Yeah, I'm going to go for a walk. Mr. Rond.
Martin, it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too. I heard your boy has been real helpful to Destiny out west.
Yes.
No, I'm giving you a status update.
I appreciate that.
He's been real helpful.
I wouldn't expect any less.
I wouldn't either, to be fair. Just like I don't expect her not to get in trouble.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Wayward children.
Exactly.
But let me go for a walk since that old coot over there's beaten me too many times tonight.
Oh, now he's going to beat me handedly.
He has a tendency to do that.
Yes.
And Cedric is over there with his top hat on, and he looks over. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Oh, no, you are not.
Okay, maybe not. This is what I'm good at.
I know.
And Martin steps out of the room as you see Cedric resetting up the chessboard.
Mhm.
Come for a lesson
Yeah.
in chess.
A lesson and chess.
In chess.
Okay. What lesson do you have to teach me?
Same as always. Politics.
Yeah.
I've heard a very unsettling rumor.
Oh, what's that?
I heard you killed Duncan McTavish.
Now, how on earth did you hear that?
Nos talk.
The only Nos there that night didn't walk away.
Nope. But the Anarchs know now.
So that's where Maxwell sent it.
Is that who did it?
Yep.
No one knows who the footage came from.
It was Maxwell.
But it was sure delivered.
We caught the drone as we were leaving and ensured that it was destroyed after we looked at it.
Yeah. You've riled up a hornet's nest with that one.
They can come if they wish.
I don't think they won't.
Oh, they can. They wouldn't be the first Arnax I've killed in my domain.
They won't. They won't come themselves. You know that. Just watch out for drive-bys. But have you thought through the full political ramifications of that particular death?
Yes. But I did it on orders of an Archon.
Let's see how well you've been learning. Give me the political ramifications.
Well, let's see. Kevin seems to be wanting to incite a war with anarchs. Two of their big hitters are now dead.
And their third isn't as keen for war as the rest of them.
Exactly, because I had the pleasure of speaking with him recently.
Continue.
So, it looks like Kevin may not get the war he wanted.
Yet?
Not yet. They will likely try to call in reinforcements because they do not have the numbers to win.
And will they get their reinforcements?
It depends. Can they actually organize?
Oh, yes. Why haven't they been able to organize in the past? One specific reason. The wolf pack.
Yes.
When the wolf pack is no longer able to stop them. What's going to stop them?
Well, I imagine some pompous, entrenched kindred in this city better start taking up arms.
Exactly. I'm not an expert on the goings-on of a Justicar, but I can tell you, with Tyrus gone, the Wolfpack is done.
I know.
As a political power, they are done. As a threat, they are done. Do they have teeth? Hell yeah. They don't have the leeway. Won't. As soon as word gets up.
I know.
That means the Anarchs are free to get froggy without the looming threat of Tyrus busting up every time they gather. Jackson's reach isn't far enough to stop them. Even if it was, they would just move a little further back.
No offense, that is not my failing, that is his.
That's true. But you see the chain of events. So we go back to what we had talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Political instability.
Mm-hmm. I know it. I know it.
Well, we've just turned one war into a different war.
We did.
One instability for another.
And I am going to destroy Maxwell for that.
I wish you luck. He is good.
As am I.
I'm not talking about fight. He has connections. He has age and a mind for this, that he's going to be tough. He will cover his tracks well enough. You can't pin it on him. He will begin subverting people in this city.
He's already started.
He doesn't need them to be on his side. He just needs them to take no sides.
Yeah.
That's all. And then Damien doing what he did. Sure, he'll be sheriff again soon. Jackson don't have a choice. He can't go up against Cratius and Annabelle united on the council. Trust me, that's a hell of a combination. That
Yes, it is. It's a threat to his control.
Exactly. He'll concede.
Of course he will.
But the damage was done. Everyone in the city knows Damien was punished. Damien lost his cool.
Yes, he did.
Weakness. So Jackson is being beset on all sides, and his biggest supporters are already undermined. I know you all don't plan this. Wasn't your goal. Somebody's manipulating this events.
Indeed. Because Tyler shouldn't have even been there.
Manipulation can be a subtle thing.
And had he not been there, he would not have fallen.
It still would have the Damien issue would still be a problem, but less of one. Archons always outside the city were a pretty big stick. Very useful. If nothing else, they could realistically step in to stabilize things. They won't be able to for long.
And perhaps the tower will send more.
Come on now, Jackie, you know better. This tower can't fucking think that far ahead.
I know.
Too busy concerned in petty squabbles and minor gains as they fight with each other.
Trust me, I know. I've traversed European courts for the bulk of my existence. I know.
We won't see replacements. The ones who didn't want them to be Archons will get their way.
Yep.
They won't be Archons.
They had a long run.
And then when things fall to hell in this city, they'll get blamed. You know, they'll want a scapegoat.
Of course.
And that'll be them.
Not if they're not in the city.
Oh, they'll still be the scapegoat.
Well, they can be, but that's... You know how influence works.
Yeah.
It reaches only so far.
Yeah. Things aren't looking good in the city for sure.
They haven't been for a while, Cedric.
Not since Loden fell. There was a stability when we had a prince who was not a prince.
Yeah.
Stability, I'm willing to bet more than one kindred in this city is missing about now.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was powerless, but it ran better. If Jackson can survive the next 30 years, maybe he'll get things stabilized out.
I don't think so. He's wanting to follow too much in Loden's footsteps.
Yeah. It's not Loden's footsteps he's following.
No, it's not.
It's one of them playing it. Subtle game.
Indeed. I know which one.
It's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the same ones that have been slowly manipulating events to undermine his power. And as he's playing chess, the hard part, as he moves a piece, is understanding what choices you've made that were yours and what choices you think are yours. Someone has manipulated the board into seeing.
If someone is manipulating Archons to give orders, then so be it.
Much like this game here, and as he points down, you realize that you've walked right into another one of his traps.
Of course I have.
You were good until I let you think you were winning. So, politic lesson is done.
Yes.
What else did you have to speak with?
How is Antoine?
Is doing well. There has been some tension between him and his sire. You know, his sire is not left. His sire is still here in the city, shacked up with Wineka.
My goodness, his standards of living have decreased. You should have seen the catacombs he resided in Paris.
You know, you do what you need to do as the time comes.
I understand that.
But Andre is Andre, and Antoine is Antoine. There is some hope in him. I know what the rumors say.
What do the rumors say?
You and Andre have a bit of a history.
Oh, yes.
The way he speaks when your name comes up.
Mm.
It is not a pleasant history.
No.
Let him stew.
Of course.
Let him set and plot in Winneca's tent city. Because for everything he can plot, Winneca will not assist him in things that would not assist the city of Chicago.
Exactly.
As for Antoine, give him time. He will come to see what Andre truly is.
A narcissistic asshole?
Among other things.
Yes.
While I have you here, let's talk future.
Certainly.
I have given you a lot of information over time. You ever noticed I haven't asked anything?
Of course not, but I know you will.
I have a very simple request.
What is that request?
That when you take Milwaukee, you bring me on as your advisor and spy master.
She reaches her hand across the table to shake his and says, "It would be my honor, Cedric."
Perfect. I have a feeling Winneca and I are going to come to a head at some point before too many more years. And rather than fight my child, I will do the Nosferatu thing.
And move on.
Put the good of the clan first.
Absolutely.
I will reestablish myself
Absolutely.
and allow him to have his web.
Well, I fear you won't be Primogen Calhoun for too long. Things are already well in the works.
Well, I took this spot to do what good I could for my clan in the city.
I know. But if the city is going to pot, let Winneca and his army handle it.
And to serve my clan, I should live.
Absolutely.
If Winneca and I come to all-out warfare, one of us will die.
Yes.
And it will not be me. But I do not wish to deprive clan of him.
Winneca. He is very useful. He is an asset.
He serves Chicago,
Exactly.
not the tower, but Chicago and
The
Clan Nosferatu.
And Clan Nosferatu. Mm-hmm.
And as he shakes your hand, I will hold you to that.
Of course, I am a woman of my word.
Good. I won't be able to bring Martin, but I'll bring his favors.
Excellent.
He owes me a few. One of the few he owes.
Well, I presume that Andre has not conceded to allow Antoine to be under your protection.
He has not, but he has also not forbidden Antoine from spending excessive times in my direct employ.
Excellent. I promised you something for that.
Yes, you did.
And you may already know. Knowing Andre, he may have told you. He is an asshole like that. Antoine is my son.
I suspected, but did not have confirmation. I suspected solely because of his anger towards you.
Yes.
And let's just say Antoine's pre-kindred lineage was carefully concealed in ways that are not what I'm used to from Nosferatu.
Exactly.
Now, maybe you will convince him to join your court.
Perhaps.
You'll need a war master. And that is what he is training to be.
Good.
I know that is an archaic title.
It is.
But in these modern nights, it may be a title that Camarilla should return to using.
There will be a few archaic titles. And there will be some titles that are not the norm. I do not run what this is.
Chicago.
Yes, I know. And it is a fucking mess. Has been since the day I stepped foot in it.
It has been since it was built.
Of course. I will not be a prince. I will be a queen.
Queen of Milwaukee will not directly intervene in your call for praxis, but when you get it, you have my support.
Excellent.
I do not want some to feel that you are beholden to Glen Nosferatu.
I am. I mean, my son is one.
These modern knights, princes that come to power through us,
I know.
don't last long.
I know. No, I have others working on that.
Good. Let me set the board and we shall play again.
Okay.
You are improving, but
I do learn eventually.
give you another century, you might reach Grandmaster level.
I'm sure I'll have it.
And as the two of you go about playing chess, Jenny, you have a meeting you have to attend, don't you?
Yep. I informed Bobby that I was going to meet him at his house.
That makes him no end of nervous.
That's fine. He should be nervous.
And when you arrive, he's actually sitting on the front porch in front of that white picket fence with the neatly done hedges in a rocking chair of all things.
Nice. Ginny pulls up in like her most expensive car she currently has in Chicago because she bought like a, Bucati, whatever, the jig thing just for shits and giggles. So, yeah.
You got a Bugatti Veyron?
Sure.
Nice 1,000 horsepower car.
She just pulls it up against the curb. She's just like, she gets out. Nice rocking chair.
Isn't that car a bit much for this neighborhood? I
Of
mean, it's a nice
course.
neighborhood. We got an HOA and a neighborhood watch, but
Oh, no. See, I just wanted to like show some style and just really flex that cash in here. So that's why I rolled up in this bitch. So
well, you got me here.
sure do. We talk inside.
Sure. And he gets
Thank
up and opens the door. And when you step inside, the house is just as perfectly neat and orderly as it was last time you slipped in. You want to
Wow,
sit in the
so
living
it's-
room?
Yeah, that works.
And he takes you over to a living room that it's got a few antiques, but not old antiques. But there's some. You put them, 1950s. Have a seat. And he sits down in a chair.
Ginny, like, there's like a couch, I'm assuming,
Oh, yeah.
of some sort. So Ginny sits down on that. She puts her arms on the back, like spread out. She crosses her legs. She just stares at him. You're free of the Archon.
Wait. What?
Duncan McTavish is dead.
Thank the Lord. She's not going to come kill me?
No,
She's not going to come kill my wife?
that one I'm not so sure on.
Then I'm not free, am I?
No, you're free. Because tonight you are making the choice that's going to dictate your future.
You know, it's frighteningly similar to the words she used on me.
Well, you already owe me a life, Boone. And I don't intend to hurt you. Because after meeting Dawn, I understand she's a cold bitch.
She's a fucking monster.
I can see that, yes. Trying to be nice in deference to the title, so. But you know what? Just here between friends, yeah, she's a fucking monster. And I hope she never contacts me again, but we're going to make sure she never contacts you again. So here's the sales pitch, as it were. She told me to take care of your wife. But seeing as I know she's important to you, I wasn't planning on coming in here and being like, yo, Bobby, and going and, killing her. So.
What do you mean? Told you to take care of my wife?
That's all she said. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no. I nodded my head because I didn't want to say a fucking word to that bitch. Here's how it is. Do you know who I'm connected to?
No.
Okay. So I'm connected to a Miss Fiorenza Savona, who is Prince of Mexico City.
And he actually gets his eyes narrow a bit. Savona.
Yep.
I know her name.
Well, how would you like to be her next protege?
I will be honest. I was worried about how you were going to hide me from Miss Akata. Narcon's reach is very long.
Yeah.
But that is one name that even an Archon thinks twice before crossing.
Well, basically, here's the deal. Just between you and I, keep this on the down low. Dawn's not going to be Archon forever. She's going to be moving up the chain. So probably you finding your footing someplace else away from her and out of her view, the sooner the better for your own longevity.
So you have me an in with Miss Savona.
Yep.
And you would do this for me.
Yep.
After what I did to you.
Look, that was like foreplay.
Wait. Okay. Now you're...
No offense, Bobby. Your skills were not going to do any harm to me comparatively to the individuals that I employ. And hell, if you want to hone yourself, why not hone yourself upon the whetstone or sharpening knife blade thingamajig that is Prince Savona?
What of my wife?
Well, that's the fun thing. So while Don said handle it, I figure there's a couple things. You bond your wife. You take her in the condition she's in, which I feel is not the greatest, simply because she doesn't have any say in this whole situation. I understand her importance to you, but you need to maybe pull back on the strings of your own fight against your blood and actually man up and make her aware of the situation. Third option is I go up there and I bond her. Fourth option is I go up there and I kill her.
If you step foot on those stairs, I will burn this house down around us.
I don't doubt that you wouldn't.
No.
Listen, Bobby, I'm not saying these things to be threatening with you. I'm saying these things to...
You're telling me the truth of it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to impress upon you the importance of what the fuck is going on right now.
What would you
are
have
at
me
a
do?
crossroads. What I would have you do? Bond her, wake her up, and let her know what you've been doing.
I owe
Well,
you my freedom. I owe you her life. I am many things, but I do keep my word. I will not do it here in this city, but I will make a promise to you that when we arrive in Miss Savona's city, I will do as you say, in repayment for what you have given me.
that works. Got some fake documents, so you don't have to worry about that. But I'm gonna fly you out on my. Actually, I'm gonna fly you out on Savona's jet. So.
And he sits
Yeah.
back and runs his fingers through his hair. I've wanted out of this fucking place forever. I didn't even want to be a fucking kindred in the first place, but then stuck in this shithole.
Look, I'm not saying you can't take anything with you. Take what you want with you, but you need to basically probably be like wheels up tonight. I know that's not a whole lot of time, but this is the best thing I can. The reason I'm impressing upon you this important short timetable is because I don't know if Dawn will decide to do something stupid.
I can get her moved tonight. That's not a problem. If you say you have a jet ready, that's fine. We can do that.
Yep. Do you have insurance on the old homestead here?
Of course.
Perfect. Insurance fraud it is then. Get you a little nest egg.
I've got money.
Well, have some more money.
I have worked
Bobby.
for so many kindred in this city. And because of whose child I was, they insisted money instead of favors.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say, it's extra money. I mean, it's faster than selling, so.
That works. It'll take me about 3 hours to get her moved.
All right. I'm going to have one of my people come through with a van so that you've got plenty of room and space to be able to move her. Is that okay?
That's fine. And he actually stands up and he steps closer to you and reaches out his hand towards you.
This Ginny actually, she stands up as well, reaches across.
I was wrong about you. And I apologize.
Apology accepted. Also, no offense, and don't take it the wrong way. Most people are wrong about me. I'm very nice.
That's not
Usually.
the part I was only partly wrong about that. I thought
Look.
you were, no offense,
Mm-hmm.
a bestial gangrel.
Nah. Nah. See, I'm really nice. Chicago has brought out more of that bestial gangrel in me because this shitty city fucking sucks.
It does. It is a hellhole that few can escape.
Well, guess what? You got your parachute slapped on. I got my parachute slapped on. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I guess. And Gabriella will. She'll finally get the business she's been wanting.
Hey, take the money. Like I said, take the insurance money. Use that. help her. I know you got money, but it's always good to have a little extra.
I don't want to help Gabriella. We've had a rivalry going, but I guess she can
Oh.
have this city. I will have a new one.
Right. Sorry. I see. When you said Gabriella, my brain blanked. I forgot you were talking about the Hound. I thought you were talking about your wife. I am so sorry, Bobby.
Sugar Pop.
Do what?
Sugar Pop of all names.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go make a couple calls. I'm going to let you do what you need to do. The individual who shows up with the van will be instructed to help you move anything if you need it. So
I just need a few hours to break out some portable equipment I have.
all right.
Something to keep the medical drip going during the trip, during the flight.
Perfect. I'm glad we could come to a amicable agreement on this.
You're not so bad. You're not so bad, Jenny, I'm telling you. I do appreciate what you've done to me. And if you need anything that I can do for you, don't hesitate to call me.
I won't. Besides, eventually I'm going to have to swing through and say hello, shake the hands, kiss the babies and things like that. So,
Yeah, I've heard she's got a hell of a lot going on in her city right now.
yeah, I just don't want to get roped in all that. I'm just saying, like, I'll swing through and be like, hi, bye. Because, yeah.
Oh, I doubt it's run as shitty as this place is.
Oh, knowing her, nah. She probably runs a tight ship, which is good. It's good. You need that structure in your life, I think.
Some structure would be nice.
Uh,
It's tough being the child of a failed prince
yeah.
and then just being, I don't know, left dangling all the time.
Sorry, I just thought of this. Who are you informing that you're leaving, or are you not informing anybody?
No one.
Perfect.
Why would I tell any of them?
Oh no. That's great. I was going to recommend following that route. If anybody ever asks me, I'm going to say I don't know.
They never did shit for me. Like I said, they patronized me. I was Loden's child. They wouldn't even trade favors with me. They'd pay me for my services, but not even trade favors. I wasn't worth a favor. Yeah, I have no loyalty. I'm done.
Well, you get to start over. I know the Ventru blood is important though, but still try to start over.
I'll do what I can. I'm always going to be the hurricane. Come on.
So no offense, since we're being open and honest with each other, I was referring to you as Bobby Powerbottom.
Really?
Yeah. When we met at the Blue Velvet, it was the first thing that popped into my head, and so it's just kind of stuck.
Wow. Wow. Here I was saying you're a nice person. And you laid this on me.
Oh, I am a generous God.
And humble to boot. Seriously, though, thank you.
Oh yeah. No, you're more than welcome. I consider our life boon paid. Even if I know it's not how it necessarily works. I had fun, you had fun, so we're even.
Let's not have this much fun in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm with you. I hope that bitch burns. I hope someone drops a building on Dawn. 2 buildings.
Hey, I'm not saying it's gonna be me, but you never know.
If it is you, I don't know you.
Correct answer.
Let me get
All right.
started getting her set up.
Sounds good. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Seriously, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
And for once, he doesn't have that snide, smarmy look on his face or that overly arrogant look on his face. He seems genuinely shocked as he heads up to go and start getting his wife unhooked and moved to a portable pieces of equipment to keep feeding her the drugs that keep her asleep. So Jenny goes and arranges for Evan to come by with a van.
Yeah, Evan's gonna bring a van by, and yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
And as you head about, we're going to flash over to Roscoe. Roscoe, you are heading over to Benway's.
Okay. I'll roll up on Benway's. What's
Give me wits awareness. I just need it for something. For reasons.
Yeah. Because of
nothing
reasons.
nefarious. It's okay. Just a common wits awareness. Just in case. 2.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me willpower that. That's
3. Okay.
Yeah.
As you set out for leaving your shop, heading towards Benway's. It's a quiet night in the city. I mean, it's late, but traffic's not too bad this late. Not in the areas you're going to. And as you arrive at Benway's, as always, he has the oddest hours. It's open. And when you walk in, of course, the very first thing, Benway notices you because he's behind the counter. It's not his guy, Charles, it's him. And he comes back behind the counter. Roscoe, how you doing?
James, good to see you.
Yes. Come to shop? I get some new items in.
That's why I came to have a look at all your new items.
I got several new rings in. You should tell your friend he liked them last time.
Mm-hmm.
And he points over at the display case, and there are several rings in there. You notice most of them have a snake motif.
And Roscoe's look just kind of face falls when he sees those because, oh, great. So can you tell me about them?
Oh, they come from my normal supplier.
Oh,
and,
boy.
Recoveries from the desert.
Recoveries. Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'd say they're cursed. I understand.
I'm absolutely certain that they are. And I understand the game that's afoot.
I don't have any problems with them. And
that's because they're not yours.
That's right. I have to repay my debts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that means you won't be buying one, but if your friend would like one, he's free to come.
I'd like to be able to tell him more about them.
Sure. And he pulls the thing out, and the one that really catches your attention is one that seems to be a ring with a inset portion of jade with it's a black stone, maybe onyx snake inside the jade.
That looks interesting. May I touch it?
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
You're going to roll, you're going to rouse, and I know exactly what you're planning to do, Spirit's Touch. Which is your lovely intelligence all specs. And we'll see what you get with intelligence all specs. 4. Pretty good, actually. As you touch this ring, as soon as you start to open up your senses to the supernatural, there is something about this ring. It has a will of its own. It is seeking someone. And it will move from owner to owner until it finds the one it seeks. You don't know who it is. That has been its purpose through its entire creation. It seeks, in each case, it seeks a specific owner. When it finds that owner, someone or something finds it. And then it is unowned again, and it begins looking for its new owner. Passes through a lot of hands in between owners, but it's not the one it's looking for.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
What?
Oh, just looking at the ring. I love the craft work.
What are you gonna tell me? You said they're cursed. What's this one do? Give you scales?
Not exactly.
I mean, I'm sure something bad's associated with it. You told me everything I have here does something bad.
Well, this one is looking for a particular owner, and it'll go through however many hands it needs to until it finds that owner.
Do you want it? I mean, you're safe then if you're not the owner, right?
It's hard to tell and hard to say until you put it on.
It's up to you.
Let's keep looking. I
Okay.
need to browse a little bit.
I mean, you say everything here is cursed. I do have some new books.
I would definitely want to see those. But let's look at one more ring for the moment.
And the other ring, this one, it seems to be almost it's the inverse of the first ring. It is onyx with a jade snake in the center of it. You gonna spirits touch that one too?
Yes.
Okay, spirits touch that one. Let's see what you get. 6. That's pretty good. Is there a crit on it? No crit on it, but 6 is still an awful lot. So let's see. As you dive back into that one, that ring also, it has a malign intelligence associated with it too. As you dive back, when it's some who own it, you don't know how it determines which ones. But the owners shortly fall into a coma. You figure it's 1 out of every 5 or 6 who've ever owned it. And you know that's not a true coma as you're pulling back. It steals the soul of some people who own the ring before it is moved to another. But it also always seems to change owners constantly until it finds the one that it takes the soul from.
Do I ever get any clue of like what it uses to select its owner? Or
No idea. It knows. You don't even think its intelligence understands what it's looking for until it finds it.
Okay.
So is that one going to grow scales?
No. This one also seeks an owner, but it and it will change hands until it finds one. The happy recipient is going to.
You're not even. I mean, both of them are looking for an owner. You're not original enough to just come up with something different. This is. Come on, you're feeding me a lot of shit, right?
No, I'm not. This one, if you happen to be the owner, it will steal your soul.
Okay, now I know you're shitting me on.
I represent my information is true.
Well, I mean, it's looking for an owner. I'm a seller. Isn't that called business?
It's not that kind of owner. Just because someone buys it doesn't make it the owner the ring is looking for.
So what I'm hearing is you're interested in buying the ring.
No, you do not hear that. What you're hearing is, show me the books.
Okay, I can show you the books. Those I can get you. And he actually comes over and he's got 3 new volumes, all of them. Well, the covers, you can't even read what the covers are, but they're definitely old. These come from a European vendor of mine. Got them at an estate sale.
Okay. Are they like 3 volumes of the same?
No, they're just 3. Frankly, I can't read them. I don't read Latin.
Seriously, James?
No, I don't.
Really?
Why? Look, I'm an actor. I know some Latin phrases depending on what role I've been in, but I don't act. I mean,
you're Dr. James Benway. You had to have at least one class in Latin.
I mean, no.
Really? Is it
Just
honorary
between
doctorate?
you and me, I don't have a doctorate. Are you crazy?
Well, okay.
Come on.
Okay.
It's just, look, if
my
people
lips are-
see the shop is owned by a doctor, they think, Indiana Jones, and they'll buy shit from your place.
Okay. It's fair enough. Okay.
I mean, you got to think in terms of what sells. If I'm just James Benway, I'm another antique shop. If I'm Dr. James Benway, a doctor of archaeology, they all think, oh, he knows some stuff and it's got some genuine articles.
Well, you got some definite genuine article in here. None of it's great. So let me have a look at that one, say that book right there.
And he hands you a book, and it's thick. It's got a leather cover, and you can tell it's old, especially when you open it up and look in it. It is the old style illustrated manuscript. Or illuminated, sorry, thank you. Illuminated manuscript. It is nice. All hand done. But are you going to spirits touch that one too?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Roscoe's like, I'm not buying anything unless I spirits touch it. Gotcha.
Gotta verify this shit.
That's right.
Trust but verify. I understand that concept. And Roscoe, you get hungrier, and your beast actually echoes in your head. But you could be the owner. You should be the owner of those rings.
No.
Don't you feel it? They call to you.
They weren't calling to me. They're calling someone else.
Oh. Are you sure?
I am.
4 successes.
And I'm going to willpower that one.
You don't trust 4, I understand. Let's see how many successes you get. 5 successes. You dive back into the history of this book. You know it was bought at auction. You can feel the emotions of the auction as people are competing. You feel the disappointment at not winning. Feel the enthusiasm of the one who did win the auction. As you push back, it sat in the collection of a house for, well, it was passed down through each owner of the house for at least 200 years. Probably longer than that. But you do know the reason that it was bought during a auction was a young kid tore one of the pages, and a day later, the house burned down. Though the library did not burn at all. It was kept intact.
Okay. Can I tell? This one doesn't have another evil intelligence.
It doesn't have an intelligence of its own, but the circumstances seem suspicious. You can have a curse without intelligence.
Yes. This is interesting, but it's got a torn page in it.
But that's a minor flaw. I mean, it's a great volume, great age.
I mean, I've been here taking up your time. I mean, taking you away from your other valuable customers. Let me have a look at one more, and I won't waste any more.
When you mention time, he looks at the watch and he goes, "Yeah, got somebody I need to speak with soon. Yeah, one more book, and then you actually have to leave."
Okay, all right.
You're going to touch one more?
One more.
Wow. And Roscoe gets hungrier again. And your beast speaks. He should not have any of these tomes. These should be in the Tremere Library, every single one. We know what to do with it, not them. Buy them all and turn them over to the blood. Three? With a willpower. Roscoe's like, oh, fuck all the willpower. We'll burn it all. 5. As you dive back in this book, you get lucky. You dive back. This was bought at auction. And it was on the shelf next to the other book that caused the fire. But you find nothing ill will associated with this book. This book just happened to be next to the other one and did not get burned. You found a single non-cursed book in his store.
Well, James, of all the things in your entire shop, this seems to be the greatest book so far that I've seen.
Wait, what about the book that said it wanted to go home with you?
You didn't say it wanted to go home with me.
No, I knew that it needed to go home with you.
No, it was a torn page.
No, not that one. The one you got last time. The one I couldn't read.
That one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's still in the shop.
And you haven't died? You haven't been cursed yet?
Well, I don't know so much about the second one, but I haven't died anyway, so I suppose that's a good thing. Well, you know what? For you spending your valuable time with me, why don't you box up these 3 books for me?
Okay, I can do that. I got to do it fast. Give me 1 second. He runs into the back. He literally is running at this point. And he puts them in a box and ties those up. He goes, I'll send you the bill, but
okay.
you've got to leave.
Fair enough. Good night, Benway.
Good night. And as you're going out the door, you actually open the door and almost run into somebody coming in the shop. Man's tall, a bit on the gaunt side, but definitely tall. He's got prominent cheekbones, long blonde hair, and clear blue eyes. As he pushes past you, and he eyes you up and down, and you can swear there's a glimmer of recognition in him as he walks past you. Almost like he slight recognition as he eyes you up and down and then dismisses you as he walks inside.
Okay, do I recognize him?
I will give you, I don't know. Let's go with, fuck it, wits awareness. Let's go with an easy one. Two? Are you going to do it? You going to burn another willpower?
No, not on this.
You don't. There's something, but you don't know what it is. It's nagging at your brain.
Well, when I...
But you notice that Benway, he is even more hunched forward than usual. He is almost not quite cowering, but close to this individual.
Okay. What I would like to do is when I get to my truck and just kind of make myself as unnoticeable as possible, I would like to use clairvoyance to do some surveillance about what's going on here.
Intelligence and aspects, and give me your rouse check. And your beast speaks as you get hungrier. You fool. That eye has gazed upon you before. You don't remember. And as you push your consciousness out, are you going to willpower that one? Or are you going to keep 3? You pushed it all the way up to 5. As you push your sight out further and further. You push it into the store. And you get close as you see Benway pull something out of his pocket and place it on the table. And as he's doing so, it all goes silent. But right before it did, you heard 2 words spoken. Prince Loden. As the stone went down and the room goes silent. They're talking, but you can't hear a word of it, even with clairvoyance.
Was that sufficient to remind me that's exactly who that was?
That's the eye you remember, but there was only one looking at you before.
Hmm. Well, okay.
And as you watch and can't hear a thing, but you can watch, it's obvious they're having a rather extensive conversation with the blonde-haired man doing most of the speaking, and it's obvious that Benway is very cowed and very subservient in this discussion. Almost as if he's being told things to do that he's not happy with.
Hmm.
And then you watch, catch as much as you can. And as watching, you realize that the heavy jacket that this individual was wearing is hiding a sword that is strapped high up on his back, but not where the handle would poke out, but where you could hide it behind a long coat.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a bitch to get, but it's there. You catch a glimpse of it, silver and blade. And then you are pulled back to your body as your clairvoyance ends.
I will immediately send a text on the sat phones to the coterie.
What do you
To say,
say?
Loden is healed and he's on the move.
And Jackie just texts back one word. Fuck.
Any other responses?
Yeah. And ... he has the sword.
Jenny or Nicholas reply to that one?
And Nicholas will just reply back, fuck.
Well, Ginny responds with, if it isn't one problem, it's always another.
And as Roscoe, I think, makes a hasty retreat, you arrive back at your shop to find the whole front of the place has been shot up.
Hmm.
While you were gone, there was a drive-by at your shop. You didn't have enough on your wits awareness to notice the car pulling up as you were leaving.
Hmm.
As we end this episode, Jackie having a nice discussion with Cedric, where the full implications of what went on occurred. Jenny, wow, Bobby was actually for once not an asshole. Nicholas finding out something he probably didn't want to hear, but already knew the answer to from Sylvester. And Roscoe taking a trip to Benway's, getting some books. And most importantly, running into a now fully healed, not so nearly crazy Olaf. Or as the people of Chicago knew him, Loden. I'd like to thank my players and you, the viewers out there. Welcome to the halfway point of season 9, everybody. Halfway done, halfway to go. And please pop over to our Discord. Join us on the Discord. You will find out that's where we cast our shows from. We have a good community. We hang out with people, and it's a good place to be. So pop over to Discord, join the crew. Trust me, we got a good community. And I'm going to get my brain to function. Hang on a second. I got to process. You want to see our back episodes? Catch our back episodes here in chat. Go to our YouTube. Give us a subscribe over there. Check out all of our back content. We've got a lot of amazing content on there. Everything from vampire to werewolf to Bluebeard's Bride to Monster Hearts to, everything under sub paranoia. We got so much stuff over there. Check out our YouTube for that. If you want to see some amazing content creators look at that. I'm close right away. The Ivy Raven, she streams when she chooses to stream. That's how that works. She doesn't have a set schedule. She streams whenever she feels like it. So pop over, give her a follow, and then if you click the notification icon, you'll get a notification when she starts streaming. She can pop over. Or if you're on her Discord, she lets people know on the Discord when she's streaming, and then you'll just be able to jump from our Discord right to it. So another good reason to join our Discord. Why not, right? You want to get some Windy City merch? Like these posters? Pop over to our merch store. Get your good Windy City merch. Let's see. Bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. If you want to support the players, give them something back for all the hard work that goes in. Bits and donations go to them. If you want to give something to the studio, pop over to our Ko-fi or subscribe here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube and you want to help out, comment on the video, give the video a like. That pushes up in the search ratings, which generates a little more ad revenue. Trust me. Oh my God, we don't make much off YouTube. Holy hell, we barely make anything, but every little bit to get more views will help generate more content if you want to help the studio. We don't paywall anything. We don't lock anything behind money for the studio. So little things like that is a way to show support that doesn't cost you a thing. Pop a comment, pop a like. It doesn't cost you a damn thing, but it helps us out in the long run. So please do that. And now I can give it to my wife so she can give our schedule.
Sorry, in our cast chat, there is a creature licking a guy's nipple in a GIF.
I'm glad that I don't have Cast Chat open while we're streaming.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you all for joining us this evening for Windy City After Dark. Coming up over the next week on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm skipping Tiss, whatever. Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
When we air this on Sunday, Tuesday is next.
Tuesday is next.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
She has a brain problem like I do. Yay, I'm not the only one.
I apologize, everyone. I broke everybody with the number 4.
Yeah,
so
you did.
Yeah.
You did. Okay, sorry. Okay, scratch what I said before. Okay, so coming up Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Demon the Fallen Season 2. It will be episode 6 of Season 2. Baby on board.
Yep. Shit got deep last episode, real deep.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Needless to say, if you missed it, you should go to YouTube or here on Twitch because it's here on Twitch for 90 days, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 90 days for no sublock. Go check it out because it was a very roleplay heavy episode. A lot of deep shit. It was good. Really good. I mean, I walked away from that feeling like that was a hell of a session. So yeah, join us 8 p.m. Tuesday as we pick up where we left off. I mean, you got the Faustians and the choir just totally bucking against their fucking faction right now.
Like, fuck y'all, I don't like your plan.
I don't like your plan. Here's my plan. It's so Faustian. But anyway, and then on Saturday, Tiss will be back with her Call of Cthulhu investigators. It's a new batch of investigators played by the same folks, but they're playing new characters because most of their characters went totally insane. So join them as they are now in the 1900s in London and surrounding areas. So we are talking, late Victorian to early Edwardian period, as they investigate sus-ass cult shit and read books that should be burned.
New characters don't change the fact that they're going to read all the books.
They are all Chaos Gremlins.
Going to play with all the artifacts. And if Ravinia happens to be in a stream, she's going to try to stab one of her fellow players.
Look, burn the books, but read them first. It's imperative.
That never mind. That just defeats the purpose of burning
Said
books.
from our Chaos Gremlin.
Yeah.
No, you burn them so the others can't read them.
Yeah, hoard the knowledge.
Yeah, hoard.
Consolidation of power.
Spoken like a true Tremere.
Oh, that's an insult. That's an insult to Timberbrad. Roscoe says, yeah, want to watch?
Yeah.
And Timberbrad gives you the finger.
All right, so back to you.
Yep. And then next week, we'll be right back here, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've made it this far in our outro, you really should be on our Discord because guess what? We got a new show coming to McStabber Studios. We'll be doing a Vampire of the Dark Ages. Now, I'm not announcing the cast right now, because I'm waiting until we have characters created or announce who the cast is. But so you're aware, Dark Ages is coming to McStabber Studios. It's going to be a Wednesday night stream, and I hope you all will be here for it. Be on the Discord so you can get the fast and the first information on it, because anything that comes out about it will appear there first, or in the Zoom chats we do on Fridays or Saturdays, because it gets talked about there as well. So, hey, be ready for some new shit. Dark Ages is coming. My first Dark Ages Chronicle ever. So we'll see how that shit goes. Can't go as fucked up as Chicago, trust me. It'll be all good. And as always, everybody, please take your mental health seriously. Check in on those around you. Please make sure they're okay. A lot of people are not. And it just takes a friendly voice, a helping hand, a gesture of compassion to help people get off that ledge that they might be on. And if you suffer from mental health issues, like many of us do, myself included, first of all, it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting you need a little help sometimes. We all need someone to lean on, someone to support us at times, someone to get us through a dark period in life. And if you don't feel you have people like that in your life, in chat right now is a list of numbers. You can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be somebody on the other end that is wanting to help you out and will try to help you get through those hard times. Because listen, everybody, mental health is health. You got to take care of this so that you can be okay with this. And if you don't take care of this, this won't do good either. So it's kind of it's health. That's what the health part means. So now I'll turn it over to my lovely wife for her portion.
Y'all know, I'm a registered nurse. Timber Brad is here too. I'm gonna make this real damn quick because I flubbed up on the schedule. My bad. I was broken. Get your damn shots. Fuck the fascists. And be kind.
Oh, and fuck Wizards of the Coast right now.
Oh, yeah.
That OGL bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck greedy goddamn capitalists.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. For those that haven't followed, look, tracked it. If you're a big D&D fan, look at what's coming, what they're talking about doing with the OGL, the game license that covers most third-party content creators for D&D shit.
Oh, so many people have been unsubscribing from D&D Beyond that they actually took down the server and hid the unsubscribe button.
Yeah. Because
that's shady.
The only way to protect third-party content creators, some of these people, the companies can't afford to pay Wizards of the Coast 25% tax, not on profits, on gross of the products they make, and be viable. Some of these people, they're third-party creators, they're independent creators, and they make, that's their side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Under a license that was supposed to be a perpetual license, irrevocable. Well, they're trying to revoke it. So the only way you're going to teach companies like that to stop that shit is with your wallet.
Yep.
And as somebody said, don't bother to send them an email complaining. Don't bother to.
They don't care.
Put it on Twitter. If you want to make them care, vote with your wallet and call their customer support division.
Yeah.
They notice when the calls start piling in, but nothing else. So ignore the rest.
Yep.
Because you're tying up the customer support division. And that gets noticed really quick in a company. They track tickets. So
but
I just want to put that in.
McStabber, as the co-creator of McStabber Studios, will say you will not see another D&D stream run on this channel.
Not as long as they're planning to do that, because we can't allow them to take ownership of our content.
That's right.
That is what their new OGL will let them do.
Yep.
A sub-licensable, so they can sell our content to anyone they want.
Yeah.
As their own.
As their own.
Yep. If it's D&D related. And no.
Mm-mm.
We put too much hard work into our content to allow it to be stolen.
Greedy capitalists.
Yep. So please be aware of that. And as a storyteller of this amazing cast, I do thank everyone for coming. Good night, everybody.